Oh, Lord, it's not the way. Shall we start?
We'd started.
Have you seen this thing on TikTok at the minute?
No.
It's a song. Obviously, TikTok's a big place. It's a song. It goes
It's a
like
big
this.
place.
This song literally represents you and I. Listen to it.
Do you want to turn it up, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Wait, let me stop.
Absolute dickhead.
Okay, this song represents you and I, Sonny. I had it so low on volume. Okay.
Jesus, no, it's too loud. No, move it away. It's too loud. Turn it down. Turn it down. You've just lost all. You've lost
Okay,
our only listener,
I'm
Rita.
going to have to cut.
Rita's turned it off
We're
because
not
that's too
playing.
loud.
I'm cutting
for
all
her.
this anyway. I'm starting again. Can you hear it?
Yeah, it's just the Tyler the Creator song. There's nothing different. It's just the regular song.
Yeah, but it goes okay.
Okay.
You're-
Okay.
No, but it's not like that.
You live in my dream.
It doesn't go like that. It goes okay. That's you. Low, miserable. I am la 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 la. That's-
What a way to start the podcast,
What a way.
eh? Well, welcome back to no longer Ruby's Untitled podcast.
Yeah, we have a
You
name.
figured out a name. Do you want to tell the peeps?
Yeah, as many of you know. By the way, guys, thanks for all the love and support. We
Yeah,
really
thanks, Rita. We really did need that one
Rita.
listen.
I played it to Rita. She was like,
No, she's our only listener.
and thanks everyone for the love. Our new podcast is called Payne and Simple.
Wow.
I love it.
Now, I think this might be a bit somber to start with, but I do think it's important to talk about
What?
that I did not want to do this podcast at all.
No, Sonny absolutely. It was, I don't
And
know.
Not
it's just-
because I'm against it.
he's not confident
No.
enough.
It's a little bit embarrassing for me. I won't lie. I've not posted on Instagram in years, and now weekly, I'm going to be voicing my opinion to the world. I know only Rita's listening, but I don't know. It's a bit weird for me. But you've convinced me to do it, and here we are on episode 2, and we're going to try and stick with it.
Yeah, no, we are sticking with it.
I just thought I'd give you a little bit of credit that you are running this ship. You're editing the episodes,
I do everything.
sorting the
I'm
social
Running
media.
the Insta.
You're doing it all. So I will just give you some credit there.
Thank
and
you.
you convinced me to come back for episode 2.
Weekly recap. You do it because it's always fun on your voice.
Weekly recap. What's your weekly recap? You start us off.
Saw some little gal friends. My friend Avalon came to London, saw her for a bit, and also saw my friend M, which was so nice. Had lovely food. Caught up with them. And then I went to the theatre, as Andrew would say.
Oh, you're going to talk about that in what you're watching?
I will be talking about that in what you're watching. But yeah, I went to see Moulin Rouge. I had such a nice weekend with my mum, my cousin Hannah, and my nonna Iris.
I gave Iris a call yesterday because I didn't get to see her too much when she was in London. And she was on about Moulin Rouge.
Oh, no.
And she, this is her quote review. This is how she reviewed it. She went,
Okay.
"It was good and I enjoyed it, but I didn't really understand what was going on most of the time."
I had such a nice weekend with them. And then, so at the weekend, Sonny came in at 3:45 a.m. Me and my cousin Hannah were like, is he even back? Because the light was still on. We come outside. Sonny's making a fucking tagliatelle pasta dish at 3:45
I didn't have
a.m.
dinner and I was hungry.
We were like, what the fuck are you doing? So then Hannah looked out the window, out the curtain, and it was starting to get light. So I was like, maybe we could go to the roof and watch the sunrise. And honestly, it was magic. She went, go and check if Carbonara Boy wants to come with us. And Sonny declined the invite.
You knocked on my door at about 4 o'clock in the morning.
So eager.
I was obviously quite tired from the night and finishing up my pasta and ready for bed. And you go, Sonny, we're gonna go to the roof. You're so eager, you're so excited.
I was so excited.
We're gonna see the sunrise. It's gonna be a beautiful way to start the day. Are you gonna join us?
And he
the
goes,
most miserable thing. I went,
no, you didn't.
I went, no, and closed my
You
door
didn't.
in your face.
You went,
I went, I'm going to bed. And
He was
just
like,
closed
no,
my door.
no, I've got to be up at 9:30, like an idiot. Went to Kew Gardens with them. It was gorgeous. And then I went home
That's
to
how
see.
That's how you know you're getting old.
Went home for a barbecue with the fam, and our cousin, one of our cousins from Australia with his girlfriend came over. So nice.
Never
and
got to see him either. I'm missing out on
He
all these
doesn't
family
do
events.
anything with us.
Not on purpose. Like last week with the football, I missed out on that little family
It's
thing.
because he doesn't like
This
us.
week, I just miss out.
You do.
Nobody
But-
tells me nothing.
You're always invited, Sonny. I also went to Rita's new care home.
Oh yeah, with throwing our grandma in a home.
We have not. Andrew, Karen, we've not thrown her in there.
No, more
She
like
chose.
more like a gentle toss.
No, not a. Who says gentle toss? So he's a gentle toss. What about your week?
My week, well, like I said, I went to this board game bar, got back at like 3 a.m. That was pretty cool. The thing about that was I was invited by this girl who I met once before.
That's crazy,
And
actually, to me.
she said, getting a bunch of people to come here, invite whoever you want, bring whoever you want. We're having a big board game thing. And I was like, sure, I'll show up. I get there. I know nobody except this one girl who's not there yet. And turns out everybody who was invited also didn't know anybody else. It was a room full of strangers who had all met this girl once.
But isn't that so nice that she had the
cool.
confidence to invite everyone?
But it was a fun night. That was good. So that was something I did. And then been working as I usually do, working at weddings and stuff.
Wedding boy.
Was at this big fancy posh person wedding the other day. I'm trying to think where it was. It was about Essex area.
Right.
And they had all this fun stuff, a big teepee garden set up with all the food and stuff, all outside. You might not want this story on the podcast. I know you don't like poo or pee stories.
I don't care about that,
And
really.
and this is a poop story. I needed a poop.
Oh, about you?
And I was like, screw it. I'll go into this building and I see it's called Cloakroom and it looks like a woman's toilet. So I go, I choose the middle toilet out of the 3 and I close the door. All the bridesmaids come in straight after.
No. While you were shitting.
While I was there, all the bridesmaids come storming in. And usually I wouldn't care, but for some reason I was like, oh no, oh God. Maybe because I was working and I don't know these people.
Yeah.
And it was like, this isn't a woman's toilet, but it might as well be. So I sat there in silence.
Oh my God.
For
Imagine
maybe like what felt like 10 minutes while they just chatted.
Oh
getting
no.
warm up, you know.
Did you have your feet up as well so they couldn't see you?
No, that wasn't a worry. I mean, I don't think they were going to be looking under the stalls, but
Oh,
they
you
knew
never-
somebody was there.
Oh no.
The door was shut, the entire time, and I was just sat there.
Imagine if they were slagging you off.
I
I'd
wouldn't
have
even
pissed
cared.
all. We're like, oh, he's so hot, that videographer.
That'd have been weird, because they're all like 30 odd.
Oh yeah. So we've had a fun week,
Yeah, I
both
don't
of
know
us. Then
why.
rate your week out of 10.
It was pretty fun, I guess, Every day alive is a 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah, love that. Mine was a 9.7.
Oh,
That's great.
yeah, but that 0.3 would have really...
I will give you a 10 when I go see Harry Styles in a couple of weeks.
What's in?
And what's out?
So do you need me to start with what's in, or do you want to start with what's out?
Well, what should I say what's out?
You shoot off.
For me, what is out this week is the blue tick.
Oh, that's been gone for a little. Are
Well,
you on about
no.
Instagram, Twitter?
So now,
all that
obviously,
specifically?
maybe it's been out for ages, but for me, it's really booked me this week. You can now pay a monthly subscription on Twitter,
Yeah,
on Instagram.
This has been for a little bit on Twitter.
Yes, but it's out for me. You pay like what, $11.99 a month to have this, which yeah, I guess if you're like Kim K and they've stripped everything away from you, you want to keep your what's not authority, what's the word?
Verification.
Verification
That's what it
and
is.
like
You're verified. Well, that's the point of the verification code was so you know you're following the actual person.
yeah.
You type Kim K and you see Kim K and then 1,000 fan accounts and you see the one that's verified. You're like, that's the real Kim K. I'll follow her. I know
No.
that's her.
For me though, I just feel like if you've got 1K, don't get verified.
Well, I don't know exactly what it is with Twitter, so don't quote me on this. I think just a whole thing in general, this entire podcast, don't take anything we say as fact.
Yeah, we're literally nobodies.
But I think if you have like over 1 million followers, you could do something to get it for free, maybe.
No,
I think
you
once you've got
can.
over 1 million, there's some sort of special deal you can
Well,
get.
I was listening to Saving Grace by GK Barry. She is a legend. And she said she was fighting for this verification because obviously you had to earn it before. She's got millions of followers now, but before she was like, I can't remember, like 500K, she got verified and she was like, oh my God, this is amazing. But then the week after they brought out the payment. So I just feel like it's 2023. It needs to be a bit more real. Who cares if you're verified and who's not?
Should we buy verification for Payne and Simple?
No, them 52 followers are legit, baby. For me, the blue tick is out.
What's in for me, and I apologize because this is so half-assed. Apple is in because I've pulled up, and this is quite a weird
Apple
coincidence.
The technology.
Apple Inc.
Yep.
is in because I pulled up the Stocks app on my laptop, an app I've never clicked on before.
Yeah.
And Apple is currently, as of time of recording, the only thing that's up. So that's in, baby. But
Oh
what's a
my
little
God.
concerning is this is an Apple app, and it's telling me Apple's doing well. Is that a bit fishy? Do you think it ever says like, "Oh, Apple's doing really bad today"? Sorry, guys, or is it always the only one?
Well,
That's
can you
green?
see other people, other
companies? I can tell you what the Disney company is apparently down.
What is this about the
0.49
stocks?
Stocks and stuff is up and down, bloody. But we don't need to get into that. No one cares about that.
No one even cares about this.
I just thought I'd throw up the stocks, and whichever has the biggest up, I'll say is in. And Apple Inc. is in.
Well, I'm an Apple gal. They've got this like Galaxy
I have
app.
apples every night. You know that.
No, Sonny has chopped up apple with like some
You make it sound so chopped apple. Like what a bastard.
like a chopped
He chops
salad.
his apples into slices.
But we're
See?
both Apple people. We've got Apple MacBooks, whatever
Yep.
it's called. A lap MacBook.
Introducing the new MacBook by Apple with the M1 chip.
All right then, that was in and out. Ding.
So now the real question is, do you want to get into Moulin Rouge right now?
Well, it is time for what you watching. Blah 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 blah.
Oh my God, I hate that.
Yeah, so I went to see the wonderful Moulin Rouge. Now, oh my God, let me first tell you this. Sorry, this is going to be a spoiler. Sonny will put it in the thumbnail.
There will be time codes below if you want to skip anything.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so Moulin Rouge, I love the film. I thought Moulin Rouge was a film like Titanic. Everyone's seen it. Really, I really did. And obviously I was like a musical theatre gal. I still love a musical. So I go before Moulin Rouge, we go into this restaurant called Cicconi's with my fam.
I think I've been.
It's lovely. So yeah, and I said, Mum, does it show when Satine dies? And my nonna and Hannah went, what? And I was like,
Yeah, dipshit.
I thought everyone had seen Moulin Rouge. Honestly, I thought it was like
I've
Titanic.
never seen it. And I've seen plenty of musicals that we established last night.
No, this is at the show, in the show. So then I'm like, oh shit, sorry guys, I ruined it for you. Anyway, we go to the theatre. It's extravagant. There's a massive elephant. It's amazing. To be honest, the set, everything, the production value was insane. Costumes, everything. But I was so confused throughout the entire, and this is why Iris's quote must have been, what did she say?
She enjoyed it, but she didn't understand what was happening.
It was manic. It was chaotic. And, you know, me and my cousin turned to each other at one point. There was a really serious moment in the show. I mean, you should go see it because it's insane. But there was a serious moment in the show where she's looking in the mirror, Satine, and she goes, do you ever feel
like a
so
plastic
paper
bag
thin? And starts
floating
singing.
through the wind.
Yeah, but she does it
wanting
slow.
to start again.
She does it slow, and it honestly goes into fireworks. So emotional. And I said, Hannah, have you ever seen them TikTok, like a TikTok trend where they turn pop songs into musical theatre? And it's like,
Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah. No, jukebox musicals
Yeah,
be like.
but kind of, yeah.
No,
And
that's what the trend is. That's what it's called.
it just felt so cringe. But the dancers were incredible. The set, the sound, everything was amazing. You should go see it. But yeah, I was laughing.
I'd actually would like to see it.
It was great.
Nice.
What have you been watching, Sonny?
What have I been watching? I'm going to mention two things. One
Okay.
very quick, one in depth.
Oh, can I just mention one more thing?
Yeah, go for it.
Kardashians is back, guys.
You watching it?
Yes, I'm watching it.
I don't need to watch it anymore. I have no reason to. But the thing is, I did low-key enjoy it.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
But I think I enjoy it for different reasons. You enjoy it.
I
think
do
it's
like taking the piss
funny
out of them.
to watch, and the lifestyle is just weird and crazy. I think you genuinely like them.
I care, and
Yeah,
do you know what?
like them.
I feel for Kim K at the minute. You need to watch it to find out, but it's
Well,
so
you mean
funny.
like a year ago? Because it isn't like what you're watching now.
Oh
like
yeah,
what
yeah,
happened
yeah.
a year
But
ago.
it's just great. I think it's great. Check it out on Disney Plus.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm just going to quickly tell everybody there's a HBO show. I think we can get it on Sky Atlantic here called Barry. It's just finished its 4th season. One of the most amazing shows I've ever seen personally. It is about a hitman who decides he needs more out of life. He wants more of a passion, so decides to become an actor.
Right.
And joins like a shitty theatre group. And it just spirals on from there. It's extremely funny. As the show goes on, it gets a lot more dark and serious, but the comedy is still creeping in. It's just amazing. And it's just finished. It like the 4th season was the final season. The story's over. I won't say much else about it, but just go watch it, people. I finished the 4th season, the final episode. I think it was like Monday I watched it. And I was sat alone on my sofa and it ended. And I just applaud.
By himself.
I was alone on my sofa applauding.
Was it a
That's how
slow
sad I
clap
am.
or was it like a...
Just like a regular clap. I love this. That's literally what I was like, this is amazing. This is great. It's inspiring for someone like me. I just applauded it because I was like, this is great.
That is so funny.
And the thing I'm going to talk about the most,
Oh gosh.
and I will try to
thought
keep
that
it
was
brief,
mine was long, to be fair.
is Fast X.
Oh yeah.
The latest installment in the Fast and Furious Vin Diesel bloody like propaganda. It's literally Vin Diesel propaganda.
Okay.
If like you
I've
could
never seen a
do-
single one, by the way.
Well, I'll keep this brief. Also, I can't believe this is the first movie I've ever had to take notes for, and I can't believe it's
Are
Fast
you kidding
X.
me? Are you kidding
I can't believe
me?
I made brief notes for Fast X.
Brief notes. Who even does that?
I didn't do it in the cinema at least.
Okay, pen and paper.
I just did it when I came out. I just thought about, that was silly and dumb. I'm not going to get too much into it.
Okay.
I'm going to try my best not to
Don't
spoil
give too
anything.
many. Yeah.
I just want to say where this franchise started.
Right.
Started Vin Diesel, Paul Walker.
Oh,
Paul Walker,
yeah.
undercover cop, going in the street racing scene because they're stealing DVD players and he needs to find the bottom of it.
Right.
Do a big DVD player heist, and that's the score. It's stealing DVD players. That's the humble beginnings. In this movie, Vin Diesel's driving down a fucking dam. He's like doing all this stuff. They've like crossed over. In Abu Dhabi, they like jumped those buildings. It's
Abu
crazy
Dhabi.
now. They like dragged a safe through the city. There's no longer those humble street race beginnings,
Okay.
but there's always going to be the race wars. And that's
Right.
literally like a race. I know there's a really bad name to choose.
Race War. Did you make that name?
No, that's what they call it in
Oh,
the film, Race
gosh.
Wars, and it's such a bad name. Someone, and I can't remember who, described these films as like fast food. You know it's kind of going to be shitty, but you'll enjoy it anyway. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the fast food of movies. And I
Okay.
think that's a great way to describe it. This time we got Jason Momoa coming in as the villain.
Love him. Love,
He's
love,
coming-
love.
And he steals the movie. He's goofy, he's silly, and he's a little threatening in the right way, and it's so funny. And there's a moment where him and Vin Diesel are fighting. And do you know like that classic Joker, Green Goblin thing where they're getting punched in the face and they do like that sadistic laugh? He tries to do that, gets punched in the face.
What laugh?
So like they get punched in the face and they're just doing like a sadistic laugh. You know what I mean? Like they're doing an
No.
evil laugh as they're getting punched in the face.
Right.
It's like a thing, the Joker and all that. Just
Okay.
There's a bit where Jason Momoa tries to do that and Vin Diesel just punches him in the face and he just shuts his laugh up. And I
Shuts his laugh
Yeah, because he's
up?
like trying to do the laugh and he just gets punched and he can't. And it's just, that was a great little moment I enjoyed. Just like him trying to be the villain and he just gets showed.
Aw. So
But
should people watch it?
I think if you like these movies, you'll like this one. If you don't like these movies, you're not going to like this one. It's as simple as that. You're the in or out at this point. But I just thought it was fun. I thought the action was good. There's so much family. But they keep
Dying.
adding new cast members. We got Brie Larson in this one. They keep just bringing in Oscar winners.
Oh, nice.
Helen Mirren,
Aw.
Charlize Theron, all these like Oscar winners. They're just bringing them in to do like 5 minutes in a movie. So the cast is just insane. We've got two more.
more?
We got 11 and 12, and then they're finishing the
Gosh.
franchise and then pumping out those spin-offs. You know it. Before we quickly move on,
We're
we
not
do
moving on.
have a couple recommendations.
Yeah. I
Um,
was going to say that.
if you want to start us off with a recommendation, what's the public told you?
Okay, we had a couple. Obviously, the Harry Potters have just come onto Netflix. So was obviously on that. Daisy Jones and the Six, which I am personally obsessed with. The music, the outfits, the acting is incredible. I literally love it, and that's on Amazon Prime. And yeah,
Yep.
they're mine
Wow.
for now. We're gonna post these all on our Instagram to see what you guys recommended. So make sure you give it a follow.
Okay, I'll quickly fire some out then from what people have told me. From Grace here recommends Game of Thrones, classic. I've
Of
never
course.
seen it, but you love it.
I got addicted.
Which I think if you know me and Ruby, you would assume the opposite.
Yeah.
That I've seen it and she's never seen it, but I
It's
don't
a bit
really
like
care
Grey's
for it.
Anatomy. Your favourite characters just die.
Okay, from Matt, we've got All Quiet on the Western Front, the recent one, Oscar winner, all
Oh
that.
my God.
I've not seen that, but have you seen it?
I love a war film.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
What did you think of it?
I can't remember it because they all kind of merged.
It's the recent war film from the Germans' perspective.
All Quiet on the Western. I've read it. I've read the book.
You've read the book. That's good enough. She's read the book, folks. It won a bunch of awards, and Seth Rogen, who is in The Fabelmans, Steven Spielberg's like somewhat autobiographical film, he was saying All Quiet on the Western Front is winning all these awards, and I'm sat here with Steven Spielberg in the most Jewish movie ever, and this German war film is just dominating.
Oh my gosh.
So that's just
crazy.
a little funny thing. From Liam recommends another TV show. We've got Money Heist. I've never seen that
No,
myself.
I haven't, but it's meant to be amazing.
I know our dad started watching it and probably didn't finish it. Just
Probably
because
fell
that's-
asleep.
Yeah. Well, he used to do it on the treadmill when he did that for like a week. So he
In
probably got
lockdown.
2 episodes in. And then to wrap it up, Andrew recommended, and I don't know how he saw this, the new Indiana Jones movie. Maybe he was at Cannes. Maybe he was part of the 5-minute standing ovation. Maybe they all laughed at the end because it was only 5 minutes, and apparently that's bad for Cannes. That's the headlines I've been reading there.
Oh my god.
5-minute standing ovation is actually bad news.
How have they
for
watched
this
it then?
movie.
Did they go to Cannes?
Well, it showed at Cannes recently. That's why I'm making the joke. It's all a joke, Ruby.
Life
It's
is
all
a
just a
joke.
little joke. Tell me about it.
All right. Well, that was what you're watching. I want to add a new section here.
Okay. Very smooth and natural, that. Just like, driving a real halt on the whole thing.
Obviously, Sonny and I live together, as we said in the last episode. And in real Payne and Simple fashion, we're adding a new segment called Flat Fury. And then I kind of want like a...
Okay, well, you just did it, so that's good. So you pretty much want this to be a safe space.
It's a safe space. We're going to talk
to
about
just bitch at each other about the annoying
one thing.
things you do.
We get one thing each.
Okay.
Each week you can add a new thing.
I'm
Hopefully there won't be loads.
I'm going to have to think.
It's going to be something that the other person does in the flat that really pisses the other one off.
There's a lot.
Do you want to start or should I?
You throw one at me.
Okay. I bought Sonny.
How dare you say that? How dare you? Don't take it back. Take it back.
Right. I bought Sonny the most wonderful ice cube thing. It basically makes like loads and loads of ice cubes. You crush it and it all comes out lovely, lovely. You'll see them on.
It's an ice cube tray. Just for people who are like, what's she on about? It's an ice cube tray.
Yeah, but it's a really bougie one. Bought it him for Christmas. So we have a lot of iced coffee in this house. Cold drinks, of course. Yeah, whatever. Every time in the morning, and you're probably going to say the same about me, I get to the ice cube tray and there's no fucking ice in there. And you just left me to do it.
It's almost as if throughout the day, the ice gets used and then over the night,
Do you always fill it up?
refreezes.
Do you always fill it up there?
You know that. Well, if you went there in the morning and it wasn't filled up, then that answers your question.
Well, it really pisses me off.
That you have to refill the ice tray.
No, because filling an ice tray is... I drop the water on the floor.
Oh,
it's just
gosh.
annoying.
It's such a hard
I
life.
would just
It's
appreciate
such a hard life.
if you empty the ice tray, fill it back up, please.
You can't fill it back up because the ice needs to freeze.
Fill the ice tray up then.
I do.
Okay, yeah.
That's why in the morning I'm saying this is a terrible segment because it's just bickering now.
Anyway,
but
that's
in the
my end.
morning
I've
it's
done.
frozen because it's freezing overnight. One thing that annoys me purely out of the passive aggressive nature of it
No.
is
No.
when you go off to work in the morning and you just leave the dishwasher. And again, champagne problems. We have a dishwasher.
yeah, literally champagne
You leave
problems.
it open and like all of it out, very passive aggressive, like, Sonny, you're emptying this.
No.
And I also know for a fact you hate doing that job as well.
I don't hate it. That was my job for pocket money for years. That and feeding the dog.
I have to give you some... I fed the fucking dog, so get over it. So I have to give you pocket money to do this? Is that the deal?
No. Sonny once started feeding our dog. He used a fork to open the can.
No.
That is true.
That's not true. I was there alone in a room. So I think it was the plastic. Do you like when you get a multi-pack, like 6 cans wrapped in plastic?
No.
I was getting the plastic, and that's why, because the plastic was so strained.
Yeah.
I got a fork, stabbing it, trying to do like a loop back on itself to pull out, and it was so tough. I was like pulling it, and bearing in mind, I must have been like 11. Maybe
younger,
10,
yeah.
And I was pulling this fork really hard. It was like so difficult. And then it just released it. It's broken. It went flying into my eyebrow.
Literally
the fork
above
went
his eyeball.
straight into my eyebrow. And yeah, if it was like not even an
You
inch
could have
lower,
blinded yourself.
I would have gone straight in my eye.
Yeah.
But it went in my eyebrow. I bet by now, if you shaved my eyebrow, the like 3 little
Should we do
scar
it?
dots.
Guys,
will
if
be
you want us
gone.
to shave Sonny's whole eyebrow off, we will. Just let us know.
I have to remember which eyebrow it was as well. So
We'll
I have
shave
to do
them both off.
But yeah, so I did that. So I guess I shouldn't have to ever empty a dishwasher because of that trauma. Thank you, Ruby.
No.
Thank you for understanding.
I leave it open mainly to let it cool down.
And then you leave to go to work.
If I'm leaving for work, I have to be there at 9 a.m. Of course, I've got to leave early. So yeah, sometimes I do leave it open.
I don't care. It's just the passive aggressive nature of it. Ruby's gonna hit us with a dilemma, a conundrum somebody sent in again. This is Ruby's favorite part. She loves giving out advice.
If you do have a dilemma, or as Sonny likes to call it, a conundrum,
I just think it's a slightly more fun word.
you can send it to our email, payneandsimplepodcast@gmail.com, or you can send us a DM on our Instagram at payneandsimplepodcast. Okay, let's get into it. Are you ready, Sonny?
Always.
Hi guys. I have a dilemma that I need major advice on. I've been seeing a guy on and off for 2.5 years. Seeing a guy for 2.5 years.
On and off.
on and off. Yeah, fair
But
enough. Fair enough.
also, I don't want to judge you on if you don't want to give it a label. Don't give it a label.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think that's fine.
Okay. For the purpose of this story, we shall call him Tom. Did we have a Tom? No, we had a John.
No, it was John,
Ugh.
Sally.
Tom I can deal with, okay. So Tom and I met on a dating app way back in 2020, continued messaging on Instagram, and we agreed on a friends with benefits situation.
Mm-hmm.
We were sleeping on and off with each other as well as other people. From 2020 and all the way through 2021, it was fine and no feelings were involved. Well, only slight feelings from my side, but it was fine as I knew it wasn't going anywhere. So she is already, I'm assuming it's a she. She is.
You know who it is, so is it a woman?
I can't say. Yeah, it's a woman.
Okay.
She is already kind of invested. She's stopping her own feelings anyway.
Yeah.
So she doesn't get hurt, which, to be honest, fair. In 2022, we stopped seeing each other as life just got in the way and we started seeing other people. He started up a relationship with a girl. Let's call her Jane. Tom and Jane.
Tommy and Jane.
Tom and Jane would post on show.
Tom and Jane
Tom and
is
Jerry.
I was about to say it's the reboot of Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jane would post on socials that they were together all the time. So I was under genuine impression that they were in a relationship and I was happy for him. No hard feelings. That's good. Moving on.
Do we believe it though?
Well, I guess you have to believe it in yourself before
I guess
others
we
can.
have to trust everything in this dilemma as fact. We'll just have to take it purely as fact.
It says, I was also seeing other people during this time and having my fun as a single gal. At the end of 22, Tom slid back in my DMs and we started talking again, just as friends. Then in February this year, he invited me round to his house and we slept together again. Okay, so this is the on and off sitch. But has he still got a girlfriend?
I guess we'll have to keep reading to find out.
I guess we will. He told me his relationship with Jane had ended due to their future plans not aligning. He wanted to settle down and start a family and she did not. He told me that throughout their relationship, all he thought about was me and how much he wanted to see me and sleep with me, and I was very confused. You know, for a guy to be that open, it's quite nice. It shows that they're emotionally available. However, that's unfair on this other girl. The whole time he was, but is it bullshit anyway? Could be just...
I don't know, honestly. I'm trying to just take it in and really think about what's going on with Tom. So he wants a family.
He wants a family and he was
wants
thinking
it
about Jane.
with, not Jane.
Oh God, he was thinking about this person.
We need a name for the people writing in. Well, actually, I thought of a name for our listeners.
Ooh.
So maybe we can just refer
The Simpletons.
to Simpleton.
No, did
Being
you
a
actually think
simpleton.
about that? No, isn't that offensive?
Yes, it is, and that's why we're going to call you Simpletons.
No, I don't want to do that.
The Simpleton.
Payne babies.
No,
Payne babies.
Simpleton.
I'm going to put a poll on the Instagram. Do you want simpletons or Payne babies? You choose. After we slept together, we laid in bed next to each other and talked about life, and he kept telling me how good we'd be together. He was kissing my forehead. You know, when they kiss the forehead, it's much more than just sex.
That's a way to a woman's heart. Kissing a forehead.
Kissing the forehead it's just a lovely, lovely thing. He was kissing my forehead whilst cuddling me, and we eventually fell asleep. This was the first time I'd actually stayed over at his house, as this was a massive no-no when we were just friends with benefits. So the situation felt very different. And I went home the next morning with a new feeling towards him. We continued speaking.
Or an old feeling
that had been
relit.
flamed.
Yes.
Yeah, reignited. We continued speaking for the next couple of weeks and then he disappeared again. I was gutted. How could he just open up with all that and then just dip?
I think what the situation is here, he's not real and he's all in her head. And that's why he keeps coming and going, because like she'll go through phases where she's a bit healthier and he
Are
disappears.
you kidding me?
And then when she's on a low point, he shows, but it's all in her head.
No, this guy's real.
Do we know that?
No, we don't.
He's
but-
not. He's not giving us his side, is he? I think it's all in her head.
A few more weeks pass and Tom messages me again on Instagram and says, can I have your number? I'm deleting my Insta. So after 2.5 years, I finally get this man's number and think, oh my good Lord, it's happening. Listen, you shouldn't have given your number, to be honest.
He should have had your number already. 2.5 years?
Yeah.
Even if you're just friends or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, he probably should have. He then comes over to my house for the first time. This is after 2.5 bloody years, son.
Yeah, there's a lot of firsts happening.
I've only ever been to his place and we sleep together again. And from this point, things seem to be progressing well. Oh, I'm sure they are. This guy's not good for this person. Let me tell you that. We decide to meet up on the bank holiday in town after a couple of drinks, and the plan was to go back to his after, only when I met him out, he seemed distant and didn't really talk. He was with his friends, so I just assumed he would come find me after they'd gone home. However, one of my friends, who also knows, had said something to him in jest about making me his girlfriend, and that apparently ticked him off. Am I making sense here?
So pretty much what she's heard is that one of her friends has spoke to him about them two becoming official.
Oh, like, oh, when are you going to get with Sally?
Yeah, and his reaction to that was, I don't know, concerning, not as enthusiastic. Like a red flag, I guess, as people say nowadays. He says being a 22-year-old acting like a 50-year-old.
I feel like he's on about, as what they say, the kids these days.
Yeah, what the kids say. Something Riz.
What? I don't know.
You've never heard of Riz? That's
Riz?
what the kids say.
Not a clue. Maybe
it's
I'm
like
old.
Good chat and like
Riz?
flirting. Like you've got Riz.
Never heard this.
Well, this is quite sad that we're talking about like what 14, 15-year-olds I'm assuming
Oh,
say.
that's too old anyway. My friend didn't mean anything by it, obviously. She was just joking around and thought he would see the funny side. However, since this debacle, lovely word, it comes out that he's never stopped seeing Jane, and that's why he kept ghosting and why he was distant with me, because his friends know he's still seeing her.
My man is doing the classic hidden family.
Oh.
It's a classic sort
My
of thing.
man. Don't associate yourself with this
My man
dickhead.
Tommy is doing the classic second family.
They've put my dilemma is, do I tell him I know about him and Jane? Do I confront him for lying to me about it for so long? Or do I just leave it and never speak to him again? 2.5 years is a long time, and I do have feelings for him. I know I'm worth more than being kept a secret, made to feel like I'm a side piece. Thanks, guys. Good luck with the podcast. Kiss, kiss, little kiss.
Well, thank you. Thank you for writing in.
Thanks, listener. Thanks, little Payne baby.
Simpleton.
I think this guy has wasted her time so much. Just fucking tell the girlfriend. DM the girlfriend, although I would hate to receive a hey girly. I would hate it.
Maybe don't start with hey girlie.
No,
though.
just...
Sup Holmes.
No. But yeah, I think confront the girlfriend. I really, really think confront her because...
Well, confront sounds more aggressive. I don't know, like she's also in the wrong.
Didn't she stay round his house one time?
Yep.
So where was she?
The girlfriend, they don't live together. I'm sure.
Well, you don't know.
Jane is the fake name of given the other person.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jane has her own home. I know Tommy was saying how much he wants a family.
Tommy is Tom.
But Jane definitely has her own home.
Well, go on, say your side. Probably stay calm, just ignore him.
Well,
go for his ass.
I think you made a decent point of he's wasted your time so much.
Yeah.
Why would you let him waste any more? So the three options are Simpleton said they wanted to know what the right thing to do was: confront him, confront her, or just ignore it. I think just ignoring it is going to be very difficult, but if he's wasted so much of your time, don't let him waste any more. But on the flip side, people want closure.
Closure and
People
acknowledgement for their
closure.
actions.
So maybe, I also think speak to the girl, but I understand that that's a tricky way to go about it. How do you not sound like a dick?
Well, again, like we said last time, sometimes the girl blames the girl, but I just feel like you need to be like,
hey girly, like you said.
Don't do that.
That is terrible, just hearing that.
Do not do that.
I think stick with the classic sup Holmes.
But yeah, I would get it off your chest how you're feeling. You should tell him exactly how you felt messed about. Tom, you've made me really feel betrayed. I've wasted my time on you, blah, blah, blah.
Are they going to confront him? He's going to throw back some shitty whatever back.
So what if he does?
And then she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, you were right. And like he kind of manipulates her.
No, do not let this boy, because he's going to do this again and again and again and again.
It sounds like he's going to try and
keep everything
going.
He's never going to leave his current partner ever. Say how you feel, tell the girlfriend, and get out and move forward with your life. But guys, you don't have to ask us just relationship advice.
Throw us anything. Have you had to...
Guys,
hide in a toilet for 10 minutes because you were
Have
pooping
you got
and
a phobia
embarrassed?
of vomit like me, or did?
And went to what was it called, like hypnotherapy, like you got hypnotized.
Oh, Lindy, what a dream.
You hate vomit so much you paid a woman to hypnotize
guys,
you.
I literally couldn't even get on the tube. I was so terrified. But do it.
I got a dilemma, help me. Not just any dilemma, help me. It's just a dilemma conundrum.
I actually want to die.
You want to throw out our weekly wonder?
The weekly wonder, the weekly wonder, the weekly wonder, the weekly wonder. Ooh, right. The weekly wonder. We asked
the public,
the
people,
public,
the simpletons,
the Payne babies, what their
death row meal will be.
We asked, what was your death row meal? We had some of the cutest. We had some really cute answers.
Imagine being a cop
I
in like a
can't.
high security prison, and you're going up to
What
this
do you want?
sadistic serial killer
Yeah.
who's wearing like the Hannibal Lecter mask, licking his lips and stuff like. And you're like 0403. Your last meal is for tomorrow. What would you want? He's like, I don't know what's a cute thing. He's like, oh, can I just
I'll
get
have a
some
little
like
Twinkie.
yeah, can I get some Cheerios and some melon? And the cop's like,
Aw.
oh, that's really cute. Like,
No, anyway.
you're about to die.
Yeah, so go out
So
with
you're
a
having
bloody
a
bang.
cute meal.
Should we read out ours? Should we say ours? Okay, I'll do mine and a couple of Payne babies. Right, imagine I'm on death row. Don't know what I've done, but I'm about to die.
What have you done? Realistically, what could you have done
I don't
to
even
get
wanna know.
arrested? Out of everything you did, what would it be?
I don't know. Anyway, we're not talking about this. You're just fucking chatting shit.
This is what a podcast is.
Whatever.
My job as a co-host is to throw you off.
I'm now going to say mine, and I don't want you to interrupt me.
You've got to keep us on track.
Don't interrupt me when I say my death row meal.
Go on then.
Okay. We're starting off. Don't do it, Sonny. He's just going to interrupt me. Anyway, we're starting off glass of Prosecco. Cheers, honeys, to death. Glass of Prosecco. After that, I'm getting a large, massive, like probably a 2-pinter, Weatherspoons soda water and freshly squeezed lemon juice. You can comment now.
I'm allowed to talk?
Yeah.
Sounds very bubbly.
Sounds bubbly.
Both those drinks, Prosecco and
After
soda
that,
water.
once my main comes, I'll go on to a Dr. Pepper. Big, cold Dr. Pepper.
I'm quickly curious about the simpletons out there. If they have a preference between soda water and sparkling water.
Yes.
And if there's a big enough difference where it really affects them. Because Ruby has a big difference. She hates sparkling water, loves soda water. And I've been to the shop before and accidentally bought sparkling water and ruined her day. So I'm just curious if the simpletons out there also have a big opinion on these two drinks.
Soda water.
I think are the same.
Soda water is way more carbonated, so it like gets in your taste buds. Oh, delicious. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. I'm going to finish as well. This is with each meal. On my dessert, I'm having a Tango Ice Blast mixed.
Nice.
And I potentially will finish on a Mythos Radler from Greece. It has to be imported here.
Okay.
So they're my drink options. My
That's a lemonade, by the way.
No, a Radler is a beer and lemon.
So it's a shandy.
No, it's not lemonade. It's beer and lemon.
Sounds good.
It's really
I
delicious.
have had it. That's why I was trying to think
My
back.
starter, get yourself to New York, to the Peking Duck restaurant in New York City. And
This
I
is
want...
way more specific than I thought it was.
This is what I want, though. For I'm going to die. This is what I'm
Yeah,
having.
you know, you might as well make the cops like go jet setting to get this meal.
I'm having the sliced roast duck pancakes with all the cucumber, spring onion, hoisin sauce pancakes. But it is the best place. After that, I'm having a blue steak from Casa Carlos in Lanzarote.
Ruby loves her steak raw.
Yeah, I do.
Her ideal steak would be big old hot frying pan.
Oh,
5 seconds, flips,
Yeah.
5 seconds, give it a, she'll scoff it up.
I actually went to this steak restaurant this weekend. Wagyu ribeye, delicious, right? I said, "Can I have it blue?" They were like, "No, it's well done to medium to well done." And I said,
Well, that's
"No,
weird.
yeah, you tried a bit, nice, wasn't it?"
That was weird though, to only do it like
And
that.
I was like, whoa, no. And they said, well, because it's Wagyu, you have to have the marbling, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, tried it. Lovely. I'm having my steak with Canary and Lanzarote potatoes.
You want the rawest steak.
Well, they just cook it amazing. I haven't picked a dessert, if I'm honest.
You're not really a sweet tooth gal,
No.
I don't think.
Love a hot dessert. Love like a jam roly-poly with custard. Oh, nice. Or anything with double cream. And that's mine.
What's the people said? What
Okay.
about us?
The people have also been extremely specific. So I've just taken a few of my favourites from what people sent. So someone has sent, they want noodles to start, which for me is a whole meal, but let's go with it.
I guess it's your last meal. You can do
You can literally do whatever you want.
whatever, yeah.
And you're not full. Noodles to start.
And you're not full.
You can't get full.
Well, then we all know what the obvious answer would be.
What?
An all-you-can-eat buffet.
Well, yeah.
Because
But
then you
no.
also don't get to die, because you get to eat forever. And people have said this before. This isn't like a fresh take. So yeah, if you're never going to get full, then an all-you-can-eat buffet, and then you're sorted. You'll never die, and you're just constantly just eating.
So they want noodles. For main, mac and cheese. A lot of carbs. I would be completely bloated. Then for dessert, they want a slice of pepperoni pizza. Legend.
For dessert, one slice. They might as well go for the full pizza.
And they're drinking Prosecco the whole time.
That sounds horrible to me.
Sounds
honestly.
delicious to me.
That sounds horrible.
The next one, you'll know exactly who this is. They want this prawn starter. They didn't really explain it well. From Casa Carlos, again in Lanzarote. Prawn starter.
Is it the
I think it's like hot sizzling prawns in garlic and oil. Delish.
that kind of stuff.
For their main, they want, again, they're going to New York like me, a Smith and Walensky Cajun rib steak.
Okay.
They're drinking sangria throughout this whole thing.
Okay.
Delish.
Yep.
And for dessert, they want Mr. C's bread and butter pudding.
Very specific.
For those who don't know, which probably everyone who listens to this podcast will know, Mr. C's.
You mean Rita? Rita definitely knows.
Mr. C's was our granddad's restaurant, and all my dad's brothers and my dad worked there, and it was actually one of the most successful restaurants in Chesterfield, wasn't it, bro?
Wow, it really was, wasn't it?
Why are you being like that?
Because just the way you said it is like we're plugging this restaurant that's been closed for 40
It is
years.
closed now.
It's been closed for like 40 years.
Apparently the bread and butter pudding was legendary. Shall I do one more?
Yeah, throw us one more and then I'll give you some just foods I like.
Okay, I'm going to do, I've got a short one. One is haggis.
Cough right into the mic, why don't you?
Someone's put haggis, and tears of a man.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess we can all guess where they're from. And I'll give you a hint. It's not Ireland.
I feel like I'm going to have to use this next person's because they actually wrote in saying, I've thought about this question for the past 5 years, so I better give them
that sounds pretty in-depth.
their starter. They want random picky bits. You know, picky bits
That's
that
so
they see.
vague.
Random picky bits that would consist of,
Okay,
maybe you should listen,
Yeah, I'm jumping the gun.
sushi, gyozas, vegan nuggets, hummus, guac, pita, they've really thought about this, garlic bread, cucumber and carrots.
So
Little grazing board.
I'm going to suspect we've got a veggie or vegan on our
We've got a
hands.
vegan on our... Veggie! A veggie.
You've got a Veggie, a Kevin Veggie.
Yeah, but then, for Maine, Sunday dinner, but like a Christmas one, so literally
No, I think they just mean it's
literally
got a little
everything
Santa.
on it.
No, I think they mean it's just got a little Santa hat on it.
Sure. Literally everything on it. They want
And-
all the
and
trimmings.
They get what are they called? The popping.
A cracker.
A cracker. They've got a
The
Christmas
popping.
cracker. The popping thing, the
Do you know-
Christmas poppers.
In fact, probably 70% of people who wrote in was a good roast dinner as their main, which is a classic. I
Yeah.
would choose that.
I wouldn't choose that as my last meal.
Well, we'll find out
Unless
yours,
I was
won't we?
really in the mood. I kind of have to want a Sunday dinner.
Then their dessert is a homemade apple crumble with, oh my God, cold custard, a donut, and a Mr. Whippy on the side.
No, I'll tell you something.
You like a bit of cold custard?
I like cold custard, but I fucks with apple crumble a lot.
You like it?
I love it. A nice hot apple crumble
I fucks
is
with
the
apple
shit.
crumble a lot.
It's great.
Yeah, I do
It's-
agree.
And I'm a sweet tooth guy, as in like chocolate, but I would take that over a chocolate cake any day.
No, oh God, I don't know actually.
Apple crumble, a good one. I also like apple pie and stuff, but apple crumble, there's something about the crumble top.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
Their drinks
So
are
good.
a pint of Guinness, ice water, and an orange juice and lemonade. They sound like your type of gal, son.
Yeah.
You love all that stuff, well, except the
Shame,
veggie.
shame that they're vegan.
Nah.
No, I have nothing against vegans. I just, I love me some meat.
I love me some meat. All right, we've
So-
heard the public. What's yours?
I'm just going to fire out food I like.
No. Starter, main, dessert, and a drink.
For my main.
For my appetizer. When Sonny was about 5 years old and he was like going out in public and eating in restaurants.
Going out in public. You make it
When
sound
we
like I was
finally let him
locked
out.
away and I finally got let out.
When he went out, he'd be like, he'd get the menu, and this is like 5-year-old self. For my appetizer, I would like. It was so cute.
Now I can barely speak English.
Go on.
For my main,
Yeah.
I don't know what yet. Maybe, since I can say whatever the fuck I want,
Yeah.
I'm going pasta.
Oh,
But I'm going to say,
so shit.
I'm going to have like 5 different types of pasta in like
Okay.
smaller bowls just because I can't decide on one.
Okay.
So I'm going to have a bunch. They're just good. Mac and cheese, like fancy one, carbonara, some sort of ragu based thing, like some real nice.
Nice. What about like a garlicky prawn one?
Yeah,
Oh,
garlicky
delish.
prawn would be great, A boar ragu, like some fancy Italian.
Okay.
stuff.
A wagyu ragu.
Sure. For my starter, for my appetizer,
Yeah.
I also love fried chicken.
Oh, you love it.
So I think
Oh,
I'm going to have fried chicken as a starter.
I'm up for that.
But some delicious fancy fried chicken. I like KFC. I don't love KFC, but if we could resurrect the Colonel and he does it all for me,
With his different 12 spices.
I reckon he would do a pretty good job. So I'm going to say some beautiful fried chicken to start, beautiful selection of pasta as my main.
Yeah.
And honestly, for dessert,
Apple fucking
I'm
crumble.
going to have to do an apple crumble and then a chocolate brownie on the side.
Can I guess your drinks?
I'll have 3 drinks, and I'll give you a hint. Is that only 3 things I drink?
Okay, let's see if I know Sonny. Bearing in mind I live with him. Iced coffee.
No.
What?
I only drink 4 things,
Okay.
including iced coffee.
You're going to have squash.
I was going to have a juice, but I was actually probably going to go J2O. Different flavors,
Yeah,
maybe.
okay.
Some different flavors.
You're going to have a beer.
And
an ice cold water.
Water, beer, and juice. And I guess iced
Just
coffee
like that last listener.
are the 3 things, 4 things even that I drink. If I can choose anything, I'll go for the Salt Brewery. My favorite beers from Salt Brewery. I'd go for their beer.
Well, that was our weekly wonder. I actually got a few responses from What's Bound to Make You Cry as well. Do you want to hear them? Your dick being caught in a zipper.
Wait, what are we talking about again? Oh, things that are bound to make you cry.
Yeah, from last
Sorry,
week.
that just threw me off. Saying your dick caught in a zipper, the world froze. I forgot everything for a second. Yeah, I think whoever said that is right. That is bound to make you cry.
Someone else said, soldiers coming home videos. They are so bound to make me cry.
Soldiers coming home.
Yeah. And one that actually really does get me, elderly men eating alone. Don't laugh.
Just, I don't know, the elderly man.
Eating alone. An elderly woman, I think, right on, girl.
So,
elderly man, I feel really protective.
Why don't you join the man? Make his
Dunno.
day. Go ahead.
That was
The
weekly wonder.
Do you want me to wrap the show up?
No, because we need to say what we're looking forward to.
What am I looking forward to? Oh, I'm seeing the new Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Of course, it's a film.
Literally after this, pretty
Oh, yeah.
much.
They have a big fan base, don't they?
What does? Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dadoy. It has a big fan base.
So I'm going to a food festival later on today. Don't know what's there. It's in Brixton.
It's in Brixton. What's it called?
Pop Brixton.
What, the food festival?
I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to update you when it's the weekly recap next week. Going to the Cotswolds with my boy. I'm really excited. Lovely chilled weekend. We're going to have a roast dinner. Well, I had a lovely time.
Yeah, next week, I believe we're going to be talking a little bit
We're
going to be dorking because we're big old fucking nerds for Ted Lasso.
Oh.
And we're going to be talking Ted Lasso Season 3, and we're going to talk about it in depth next week. Thank you for listening,
Thanks
as always.
for listening.
Make sure you check us out on YouTube at Payne and Simple Podcast. Our Instagram, again, at Payne and Simple Podcast. I'm at Sonny_Payne. You are at Ruby May Payne.
That's right.
Send your dilemmas, recommendations, questions, whatever you want to payneandsimplepodcast@gmail.com. And we'll see you next week, you simpletons.
One piece of advice, go.
Just don't sweat the small stuff in life.
Take your hay fever tablets. It's allergy season. Much love. Bye. What a fucking shit show.